This is Technology Questions Answered, produced by Z-Axis Productions, hosted by Steve Smith, Episode 2, Making Backups, Techniques, and Solutions, recorded September 26, 2010. Available on iTunes and our website at www.zedixis.net. We record using Audacity, open source, free to use, cross-platform sound recorder and editor. Head over to audacity.sourceforge.net and support Audacity. Donate or buy exclusive merchandise, or head over to our site and view the links in the show notes of this episode. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 2 of Technology Questions Answered, and today's topic is backups. There are many reasons to make backups. One of the most notable reasons would have to be to prevent the loss of unique and irreplaceable data on your computers. We store a massive amount of data on our hard drives. Many hard drives fail for many reasons in only the first 2 years. You can imagine things like homework, business documents, your contacts, photos, music, videos, anything can just be lost. Also, our computers are sensitive to distortions of electrical power. A lot of these distortions are caused by heat, storms, shorts in the walls of our homes, transformers, and lightning strikes. It is important to make backups, and may I insist you make several types of backups to cover all your bases. For obvious reasons, I will use the most improbable event that could happen. Your house is destroyed by flooding, earthquake, or fire. Your insurance company can replace all your belongings, not your data. But what about those photos you took of your house for the insurance company? I hope they weren't inside the house when they got destroyed. If they were, it would be difficult, almost impossible, to have everything replaced. You'd basically start new from nothing. Now, if you made backups, you'd be no better off if they were inside a house beside your computer. This is one of the many reasons I decided to make this podcast, to help people solve issues that you'd never think about. There are many solutions to this problem, and I will give you as many as I believe necessary. We will start with the basic types of backups we can make. Internal removable drives, practical, cheap, and easy to use. You can keep 2 hard drives in your PC, one for your computer's normal functions, and a second that you can remove anytime you want when you leave the house. We use this type of technology in our business place just to make sure we can work on any computer with the same data. You just have to make copies of all your important files so you lose nothing. If the computer fails or gets destroyed, lost, or stolen, you didn't lose anything. Another solution is external hard drives, and these have several types. The most common are USB, but there is also e-sata and FireWire. They all work in the same way, plug and play. You plug these drives into your computer and copy your files onto the drive. I implore you to take these drives outside your house when you leave the house, or have 2 drives, one for the home and a portable like a USB jump drive, and copy the data on that as well. Some routers have USB ports as well, such as the D-Link DIR655. You can make the drive accessible to all computers on the network, allowing all the computers to back up the data to one or more drive. You could also burn all your data to CDs, DVDs, and Blu-ray discs. Although considered a classic solution when it comes to your computers, this is a good way of keeping multiple copies, and is very easily stored in a friend or family member's house. You can even keep them in your safe deposit box at the bank. And if you're worried about protecting the data on the disk, you could encrypt it with TrueCrypt, or you can use Nero's Secure Disk included in Nero's Express. It protects the disk using a password, and you can't see any of the information without it. There is also another solution to all these. Don't want to burn disks, too lazy to make backups, need copies of all documents to be automatic and make it portable without carrying a single drive, disk, or PC with you? It's called cloud storage. Most of us use MSN to chat and email, but most do not realize that there is an extra tool called MSN SkyDrive. The actual program name in your computer is called MSN Live Sync, and it backups any document you tell it to back up. Every time you log on, it makes sure it has the latest copy of each document you asked it to back up. There are many other programs that do the very same thing in Windows, like iDrive, xDrive, Memo, Carbonite. If you're using Ubuntu, there's Ubuntu One that backs up each time a document is modified, and Apple has a DocMac program that does this as well. If you wish to make yourself a small project though, You can use NAS, otherwise known as Network Attached Storage. This usually comes in RAID to protect the files from hard drive failure by making the data redundant. These are extremely practical servers for personal use. You can even use a cluster of these in workplaces to have multiple backups. If you're lucky enough to have a server or a few, you can do offsite cloud storage yourself. One example would be if you had a server in your house, and your uncle did too, each machine could talk to each other, transferring data to back up each other's server. If one house got destroyed, all the files would still be safe. You can back all this up on services like Mimo and Carbonite, and that would make enough copies of the files that nothing could potentially be lost. Of course, if you want to make your own server, you may want to stay tuned to a later episode as we're actually going to be making a PC-based home server which we'll be running Linux on, and we will also be explaining how to build one for yourself or convert an older machine to one. So listeners, till next week, stay safe and stay tuned. Our next episode will be on antivirus, why we have them, what they do, and why they only serve to tell us that we are infected. If you have any questions or want to find a list of sources, software, hardware suggestions, you may find them on our website at www.zedaxis.net, as well as a list of important podcasts that you should also listen to. This has been a podcast hosted by Steve Smith, digital technology consultant for Z-Axis Productions. Stay safe and online. This has been Technology Questions Answered.